Okay, students, good evening. Good evening, students. Good evening,
Good
Alexander.
evening.
Lady, good evening.
Good
Tatiana,
evening, teacher.
Christian,
Good evening, teacher.
there, good evening. Good evening, good
Good
evening.
evening, teacher.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Well, students, we are going to start our English class, but first you need to accept the recording of this session. So write in the chat that you accept the recording, please. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Tatiana, Alexandra. Don't forget, write in the chat that you accept the recording of this session. Okay, perfect. Perfect, Jessica. Okay. Good, Karen. Okay, very good, very good. Okay, very good. Okay. Well, students, we are going to start our English class. I'm going to share my screen. Wait a minute. Perfect. Well, can you see my screen?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, perfect. Well, students, this is the agenda for today. And remember, Unit 2, this week you have to work the Unit 2.4. I love Saturdays. But for today, we are going to talk about our collaborative project, okay? So talking about the collaborative project, here I divide in two big groups. Group number one is group F, G, H, I, and J. The time of your presentation is from 7 p.m. to 7:45 p.m. And the group number two, group A, B, C, D, and E, from 7:45 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Okay, so in this time, in this moment, the time is yours. We are going to start with the group number one. Group F is here. Yes or no, group F? Okay. Group G is here. Group G? No. H is here. Group H?
Present.
Okay, thank you. Group H. Group I is here. Group I? No, okay. And group J is here.
Yes, teacher. We are the group I.
Group I? Okay, and group J? Group J is here.
Teacher is here. One question, una pregunta, profe. La
Yes,
otra
tell me.
muchacha con quien estoy, pues hasta el momento no se ha conectado. Yo estoy aquí, pues al tanto a ver qué.
Okay, the presentation is from 7 p.m. to 7:45 p.m.
Vale.
You have time, right? You have time this moment.
Okay.
Okay, group A is here.
Pre
Okay, group B is here.
Yes, present.
Okay, group C is here. Group C.
yes, teacher.
Okay, perfect. Group D is here.
Yes, teacher.
Group D, okay. And E is here.
Yes, teacher,
Group,
present.
okay, perfect. Well, students, we are going to start with the group number one, F, G, H, I, and J. Okay. Who wants to
Teacher,
start? Yes, tell me.
Discúlpame, es que nos equivocamos, somos el grupo F.
F, okay, perfect. No problem.
Profe, y el grupo
Teacher,
G
y el
también está
grupo
presente.
G.
Okay, no problem. Well, students, we're going to start our presentation, okay? Who wants to start? F, G, H, I, and J. Who wants to start? Say me, teacher. Remember, the time is yours. Hello? Group F, G, J, H, I. Are you ready?
Yes, teacher, el grupo G.
Okay, G.
G. Okay.
Perfect. So, well, the time is yours. Let's start. El tiempo es de ustedes. Comencemos.
Sí, señor, profe, ya compartimos pantalla.
Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. Family Lopez, could you give me a favor? Names, please. Names.
My name is Diana Guantiva.
Diana Guantiva and
Julie Tatiana Urrea y Laura Marcela Ramírez.
Laura Ramirez, yes? Okay, Diana, Julie, and Laura. Let's
Yes,
start.
señor.
Okay, let's start. Iniciemos.
Okay. Good evening. My name is Diana Guantiva. Present Family López. Okay, entonces, I am Diana López, I am 30 years old, and I am Laura and Julie mother. We decided to move. Next, please, Laura. We decided to move to Toronto, Canada because the city has better places like the Niagara Falls and the Museum of Illusions. Next. Also, Toronto has beautiful food than Bogota. For example, la poutine and sandwich of boeuf fumé.
Good evening. Some of the place we visit weird Kensington Market, the most historic neighborhood in Toronto. This neighborhood is located in the center of the city, and there we saw many artists. We had a great time with us. Welcome through the Royal Ontario Museum. Last month, we also did different family activities, which allowed us to spend more time together, living in harmony and tranquility, such as going to Hyde Park. We heard outdoors, we did camping, and prepared delicious food.
Good evening, teacher. We also love the weather in Toronto. Toronto is a more interesting than Bogota. Winters are cool and snowy in Toronto, while summers are hot and humid. Bogota has a cool and very dry climate. We are very happy. Transportation in Bogota is cheaper than in Toronto. Fast food is better in Toronto than Bogota. But food is cheaper in Bogota. Toronto is quiet and safe city, while Bogota is danger and noisy. To conclude, next, Laura. To conclude, we can see we are very happy to live here. We love Toronto, although we miss our family who lies in Colombia. We know then the opportunities for employment and study here in Canada are much better in our previous city. Thank you, teacher.
Thank you.
Okay, Diana, Julie, and Laura. Thank you very much. I think that I liked a lot the presentation because the presentation was appropriate to the graphics. The graphics are related to the presentation, so it was good. The organization of the exposition was okay. Okay, it was too short, but I think that in general it was okay. Well, the exposition, talking about your pronunciation, you need to practice pronunciation because I couldn't understand some ideas, but that's normal because we are in a learning process. In general, it was a good exposition. I like the presentation, the way that you present the exposition. Don't forget IFNI, conclusion, and you need to continue practicing pronunciation, okay? Thank you. It's clear my feedback. It's clear my feedback, Diana, Julia, and Laura? Diana, Julia, and Laura, is clear my feedback? ¿Es clara mi retroalimentación or no?
Más o menos, teacher.
So? Okay, I'm going to
Sí,
say this
señor.
part in Spanish. Me gustó la presentación, estuvo bien estructurada, corresponde a lo que ustedes estaban diciendo, apropiada a los gráficos relacionados a la presentación. Aunque fue muy corta, estuvo bien organizada la forma en que la vivieron. Deben seguir practicando pronunciación porque, digamos, algunas veces no se les entendía lo que estaban diciendo y, bueno, algunas palabras son pronunciadas de forma correcta. Pero en términos generales el documento estuvo bien, yo ya lo leí. La construcción del documento en los foros y la idea general, la presentación estuvo bastante agradable. ¿Ok?
Listo, profe, muchas gracias.
Okay, thank you, Diana, Julie, and Laura. Very good.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, perfect. Well, let's continue. Let's continue. Continuemos. Let's continue. Okay. Group F, are you ready? No? H.
Yes,
Which one, F or H?
F.
F. Okay, group F. Well, let's start.
Okay. Hello. Good afternoon. We are Vanessa Reyes and Christian Lugo, and we are the parents of Alexis.
Okay, wait a minute, group F. Sorry, names, please. Names?
Yes, is Christian Lugo,
Christian, Lugo, and
Alexis Daza,
Alexis Daza, and
Vanessa Reyes.
Vanessa Regis. Okay,
Yes.
Christian, Alexis, and Vanessa. Let's start.
Okay. We want to tell you little about our experience in Ottawa. And since our son is hot, we are going to tell you a little about his diary. For example, in his diary, he recounts the day we turned a large part of the city for the first time, waiting to now new buildings, a museum, and finally the parliament. Alexis said Saturday arrived and we went out with my parents to see the parliament buildings. They are very elegant and well lit. When we went out to see the buildings, we went to War Museum where we could
Uh,
see war tanks.
sorry, Vanessa. I can see your presentation. I can see your presentation. No puedo ver tu presentación, solo la portada y se quedó ahí. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's
Okay.
continue. Continue.
Where we could see war tanks, planes, and many military things. It is a very large and very beautiful museum. For my part, I would recommend it a lot, but to my father like the parliament more. We like the parliament more since it was next to a river and it is architecture is Victorian Gothic, different from what we had already seen.
Weekend we with able to visit the TD Place Stadium. It seemed like a very big place. We were also able to set the Canada team played and share with their fans and learn a little more about their culture and custom. Leaving the stadium, we went to eat hot dogs with tomato sauce. The next day, we went to try some typical food for the city. So we went to restaurant. Alexis ordered and sandwich before fume, Vanessa a bit edged tuna, and I am tortilla. For today, when finished, our stories, we have to be we hope to be able to tell us more about the chance. Finish, teacher.
Okay, here, Christian and Vanessa. What about Alexis Daza?
Working.
Is working? Oh my God,
Yes.
that's the problem. Well, students, Christian and Vanessa, I think I liked the presentation. The presentation was okay. And the problem was your pronunciation. Okay, you need to practice pronunciation a lot. You need to prepare better the presentation because you read, and well, that's not the problem. The problem is about the pronunciation. So my recommendation is, well, if you have to present an exposition or a project or things like that in English, you need to check the pronunciation, checking the way that you are going to say it's the words. And the other part was that the exposition was too short. Okay, two things. Don't forget the presentation about the graphics are okay, but you need to continue practicing pronunciation and the exposition was too short. Okay, it's clear my feedback? And Christian and Vanessa?
Yes, teacher. Yes.
Okay, questions? Okay, perfect.
No.
No questions? Okay, thank you. Well, let's continue. Here we have group H, I, or J. H, I, J. No? Group H, I, J. No?
I, teacher.
I, perfect. Group I. Okay, perfect. Group I, the time is yours. Let's start. El tiempo es de ustedes. Inicien, por favor. Okay, group I. Names, please. Names. Angie Catherine.
Buenas noches, profe. Angie
Hello,
Catherine
hello.
Cuesta Parra.
Angie Cuesta. Yes. Names.
Alexander.
Alexander
Alexander Hernández.
Hernández. And no more? Just Angie Cuesta and Alexander Hernández.
Good evening, Priyanka Arias.
Sorry, can you repeat again, please? Priyanka
Priyanka Arias.
Arias. Okay, Angie,
Yes.
Alexander, and Priyanka, let's start. The time is yours.
Okay. Good evening. My group is made of Priyanka, Alexander, and Catherine. In this moment, I present our family. This is my family, and it is made up of 3 members.
Sorry, Angie. I can see the presentation. The presentation is the first part. You're on about living in New York. Se está viendo la primera diapositiva, ¿no? No está avanzando.
Okay, teacher.
Ok, full screen. Si quieren, por favor, colóquenla en pantalla completa. Son tan amables. Ok.
¿Ya está avanzando?
Permítanme un momento. No. If you want, share the screen again. Si quieres, de nuevo vuelve a cargar la pantalla. Comparte nuevamente pantalla para ver si podemos visualizar la presentación. Ok, full screen. Ahora pantalla completa, full screen. Full screen.
Ya la tengo en pantalla completa, profe.
Ok. No. No, está en la donde dice mi familia, pero no está en pantalla completa. Se quedó donde dice mi familia. Ahí te volviste a Nueva York. ¿Quieres darle F5 en tu computadora? Miramos.
Listo, profe.
Listo, si quieres ve pasándola desde ahí porque estoy viendo tu pantalla normal, pero no la veo completa. Y vas pasando las imágenes.
¿Está cambiando?
My family. Estás en la que dice mi familia. Yes or no?
No, profe, estoy en la de nuevo, en la primera.
Ok, if you want, reload the game. Si quieres, cárgala de nuevo a ver si funciona. Ciérralo y vuélvelo a abrir. Okay, perfect. Yes.
¿Listo?
Perfect. Yes. Journal
Sí, cambió.
about living in New York. Full screen. Estoy viendo la primera. Ok, listo, ya está pasando. Dale.
Ok, profe, listo. Good evening. My group is made up Priyanka, Alexander, and Catherine. In this moment, I present our family. This is my family, and it is made up of 3 members. Priyanka is my mom, and she is 31 years old. Alexander is my dad, and he is 44 years old. And I am Catherine. I am 21 years old. We decide sometimes to move abroad to live new experience and other work and study opportunities. We wanted New York City. We come to this city 2 months ago. My father works in a company. My mother works in a history, and I study at the university. The weather has been rainy as the city is in winter season and it is very cold. In the morning, we have breakfast together. In the afternoons, my parents work and I study at the university. Also, at night, we have dinner and talk about our day because we like to share experiences.
Okay, places in New York. New York has a lot of places to visit. For example, last month we went to some of them, such as the Fifth Avenue, the Brooklyn Bridge, the World Trade Center Memorial, the Statue of Liberty, and a beautiful and amazing place called Central Park. We hope to visit other interesting places as the Waldorf Astoria Hotel, the Empire State, and the Yankee Stadium. In New York, we can have many things to do. For example, the last month, we went to eat hamburger in a famous restaurant in Manhattan, to walk a lot in the Central Park. Due to the weather, we should stay at home a lot of time because the weather in New York is at this moment is coldest.
Okay, and New York offered many places to visit. For example, an unique and special cultural environment, but what a little sad because the weather is colder than Bogota. Besides, we are not being able to go to some other place to do interesting activities. A short concludes about the experience living in New York City. They conclude we have loved living in New York City because we feel comfortable staying in this city. There are so many places to visit. Its food is very late. Its public transport is efficient. There are many opportunities to study and work. Um, as low is water is quite extreme. It is very cold and very hot. But in general, New York offers a good quality of life. Thank you.
Okay, Alexander, Angie, and Priyanka. I think that in general the project was okay. Alexander, very good. Your pronunciation was okay. Thank you. Angie and Priyanka, in general, was okay. You need to continue practicing pronunciation because sometimes I couldn't understand the ideas. Talking about the presentation, I think the presentation was appropriate. The graphics are related to the presentation. So I think that in general, it was okay. As I told you, Alexander, good pronunciation. Very good. Is clear my feedback?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Yes, teacher. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Very good.
Thank you.
Well, okay, you're welcome. Well, students, let's continue. Let's continue. Here we have H or J. Are you ready? Group H, Group J.
Teacher, Group J.
J, okay, perfect. Group J, the time is yours. Let's start. Names, please. Group J, names.
Paola Liscano.
And Jefferson Diaz.
Paola Liscano and Jefferson Diaz. No more? Just Paola and Jefferson, yes?
No, no more.
Okay, perfect. Well, Jefferson and Paola, let's start. The time is yours.
Teacher, ¿ya ven mi pantalla?
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Today, we want to tell a live bat about our new life in London. So, we want to show you our photo album, so you can get to know us.
Okay, good evening. We will arrive in London. I felt so much cold in the city. The first thing that I did is was full and work in the Mall of London here, and I was an vacancy of beggars. I got it very fast. Every day I go to the work site 4 p.m. Until midnight. In the morning, I help my children before go out to study, and I wait until they come from school. The weekend of often they go to the cinema, and we like go to the stadium to see good football. The last month has been wonderful in the new city.
The members of my family are my husband, my son, and my dog. My husband is 30 years old. My son is 3 years old. We have been living in London for 4 months. We moved to have better opportunities. Our routine is in the morning we prepare breakfast in family. Then we get ready to go to school and work. In the afternoon, I go back home and prepare dinner. On weekends, we have plans as a family.
My life as father Shane's signs we movie here to London. My name is Jefferson Diaz. I am 28 years old. I'm, we decided to move it here because my son has the scholarship that the British government helps. I am currently an bartenders, excuse me, in a famous bar here in central London. I live with my son and my wife. My son's name is Alex, and he is 3 years old. They are student and Westminster School. They also have an virtual class at 9 to study about British culture. We arrived in the city on December 4th. The weather in the last month has been very cold. I start the day in the morning helping my son to prepare him for school. I go with the school until the afternoon. We meet with and take guitar season, and the evening I go to my job in the bar until my night.
Since we arrived in London, we have not have much time for tourism, but we have visited Hyde Park where we played with our dog and visited the British Museum and the Natural History Museum. During the past month, we have been doing our daily chores, doing some repairs to the house, and going at the nearby parks, as they like to play and spend time with our family. In conclusion, the City of London provides opportunity for family from other countries. As we heard, we are from Bogota, and this city has welcomed us. We like living here. Finish, teacher.
Okay, Paola and Jefferson. The presentation, well, the story, because I think that it was like a story. I think that it was okay. The presentation was appropriate. The graphics are related to the presentation, the organization of the exposition of this story, because it was like a story, it was okay. And well, you need to continue practicing the speaking skill, but I think that in general it was okay. I like it. I like it a lot. Thank you, Paola and Jefferson. Is clear my feedback?
Thanks, teacher.
Yes,
Okay,
teacher. Thanks.
okay, perfect. You're welcome. Good. Well, students, let's continue. Group H, ready? Or no? Group H?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Group H. The time is yours. Let's start.
Okay. Hello.
Sorry, names, please. Victor,
Ah,
Victor Fonseca.
señor.
Ah,
Darling Garay y Karen Herrera.
okay, Victor, Darlene, and Karen.
Listo.
Let's start.
Hello. Good evening. My name is Victor Fonseca. My Spanish name is Darling Garay and Karen Herrera. Today we will talk about the newspaper and life in London. Continue, Karen.
Hello, my name is Karen. I am mother of this family. I tell you that since came to life in London, my routine has changed a bit because sleeping has no been so easy for me and my daughter. Is fulfilling the mission of contemplate in the city. I am not only in the kitchen and doing things at home, but also getting to know and learn more about London. And allowed during the first days of February, temperatures ranging between 2 Celsius and 6 Celsius. And along the weather is often beautiful and sunny. You have to get acquainted with the morning fog, and it was an impediment to get to know the best now in London. In Camden, Camden Town, this neighborhood famous for having the largest market in the city with more than million stalls and alternative shops. It is perfect to find an input gift it at one of its street stalls or simply listen to the live music. Until now, it's what I have liked the most because of the variety it has. It makes me feel that I am at home.
Hi, my name is Darlene. I am Downer, and my family and I are going to Camden Town since they told us that it was a very famous neighbor for its market. When we got there, we saw that the houses are picturesque, and in that neighborhood, we can find countless things, markets, spas, gyms, cinema, theater in that night, with fine clubs, restaurants, and strip coffee discovery that the vision you had during the changes and night daddy experience with phenomenal.
Okay. In other words, it's really fun to share as family and travel to a place where you can find a lot of things that fights to age and then grows at age. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Victor, Darlene, and Karen. Talking about the presentation, I think that it was okay. The graphics are related to the presentation. It was okay. And the organization of the exposition was okay. But you need to continue practicing the speaking skill, practicing pronunciation. Why? Because sometimes I couldn't understand the ideas and some words I'm pronounced incorrectly. But I think that in general was okay. Is clear my feedback? Victor, Darlene, and Karen?
So, teacher.
So? Okay. I'm going to say this part in Spanish. Les digo en español esta parte. La presentación era apropiada, las gráficas estaban relacionadas con lo que estaban contando. Algunas partes se quedó, pero en términos generales estuvo bien. La organización fue apropiada, sin embargo hay que practicar la habilidad de habla porque hay algunas palabras que no se pudieron entender y algunas palabras son pronunciadas de forma incorrecta, pero que en términos generales estuvo bien, ¿ok?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, teacher.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Well, let's continue. Group A, B, C, D, and E. Group A, are you ready? B, are you ready? C, are you ready? D, are you ready? And E, are you ready?
Excuse me, teacher, I have a question.
Yeah, tell me.
Can I retire from the class?
Yeah, no problem. Which is your group?
Yes, teacher, my group is the group I.
Ah, no problem. No problem.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Okay, good night. Well, let's continue. Group A, B, C, D, and E. Group A, are you ready? V, are you ready?
Good night. Sí, yes,
Good
teacher.
evening. Yes, tell me, which is your group?
B.
Group B. Okay, Group B. Good.
I did a video with the presentation.
Okay, perfect. Could you give me a favor? Names, please. Your name.
My name is Sandra Lesmes. El grupo
Yes.
B.
Sandra Lesmes and
Jenny Torres, teacher.
Jenny Torres.
And Karen Sykes.
Karen Sykes.
Karen Sykes. Okay, Sandra, Jenny, and Karen. The time is yours.
Can you see, teacher?
I can see the video, but I can't hear you.
Okay.
So if okay, I can see the video, but I can't I can hear it. So do you have the link? ¿Tiene el link del video? Do you have the link?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, if you want, send to our chat, and
yes,
I'm going to evaluate.
We speak we speak and presentation with video.
Okay, so you have the video, and with the video you are going to talk, right?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, perfect. So don't worry, because as you say that, teacher, I'm going to present a video. So I
Prof,
think that you recorded your voice in the video. But if you are going to present the video and you are going to talk about that video, no problem.
I am present. Yo estaba presentando el video, ¿no se veía?
Yes, yes, but I can't hear you. Sí lo estaba viendo, pero no podía escuchar nada.
Ah, ok, porque es que nosotros vamos a hablar.
Ah, ok, no me dijeron eso. Me dijeron, vamos
Perdón.
a presentar un video. Ok, so let's start. Ahora sí las escucho.
Ah,
Compartan,
bueno,
ya están
entonces
compartiendo. Ahora sí
ya.
pongan su video y las escucho.
Ah, bueno, ya pongo el video nuevamente.
Okay, we are the family, the Suarez family, and I am Alejandra, and a child. My partner is Diana in the video, and excuse me 1 second, please. And the father is Mr. Suarez. Okay, Sandra, continue, please. Excuse me, Karen.
Yes.
Karen, start.
Yes. Hi, I am Diana. I am 40 years and I am the mother in this family, the Suarez family. We live in London since 1 month ago. The weather was sunny. I got up 7 o'clock and all days. I took a delicious breakfast with my family at 8 o'clock and I got ready my lunch to win to my work.
Hi, my name is Sandro Suarez. I am the father of this great family. I am 43 years old. I like the idea of living in London because of my family. They were very convincing that it was a good idea. But I am a lawyer, and I haven't found a job here still. So I'm doing some different temporary jobs. I work as a lawyer where I live. I like the house where we live is well located. It is in the center of the city. On Mondays, Wednesdays, or free days, I go with my daughter a run at 7 a.m. And it's very pleasant. The weather, the people, it's very safe. For the return home at night too. We live happily.
Hello, my name is Alejandra. I am 15 years old. I live in London with my parents. I love this city because I finished my high school there and knew nice people. I love the culture and tourist places. Also, because we have a lot of beautiful view, we went with my parents and friends to road in bike. Uh, some experience about visit places and activities done the last month. Continue, Karen, please.
In our experience of the last month, we made a tour in the city of London where we observed the British Museum, recording centers of the Harry Potter movie, and restaurants. We invited
variety of food. We play in natural parks and we share a lot as a family.
¿Ya? Continue now.
Sandra, continue, please. Yes.
Bueno. Last month, we went to visit different tourist places. Windsor Castle. It is the oldest inhabited castle in the world. For almost 1,000 years, it has been the habitual residence of the royal family. We also went to Stonehenge, which is a Neolithic and Bronze Age monument located on Salisbury Plain. Was here in London, into the city of Westminster, with more than 300 stores. It is one of the most famous shopping streets in the world.
Also, we enjoyed eating food in London. For example, we liked to eat in breakfast strips of bacon, fried eggs, sausage, beans, hash brown, black pudding, fried tomato, and mushrooms, all accompanied by a piece of toast served on the side of the plate. We often cooked breakfast in our house, but on weekend we went out and we had eaten lunch in a restaurant. We love eat fish and chips, very popular. This typical British fast food dish consists of chips served with battered fish. In the user made with cold egg and hard rock, and the potatoes are seasoned with salt and vinegar, wrapped in brown paper. Delicious. It is one of the typical food of England, best note. Finally, we have enjoyed ourselves a lot here in London. We wanted to buy a house and live forever, but we didn't have all money. It was expensive. Thank you, teacher.
Okay, thank you. I like it. The idea of the video was okay. The presentation was appropriate. The organization of the exposition was appropriate. Don't forget, you need to continue practicing the speaking skill, pronunciation, but I think that in general was okay. Thank you.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, perfect. Well, students, let's continue. Let's continue. Group C, D, or E, A, wants.
Grupo C, teacher.
Group C. Okay, Group C, the time is yours. Let's start. What's your name, please? Group C, names.
Good evening, teacher.
Good evening. Luz
Teacher,
Amanda.
yes, teacher. Una cosita, lo que pasa es que nosotros pues estábamos con otro compañerito, pero pues no, definitivamente no nos pudimos comunicar con él, entonces pues solo vamos a sustentar Paula y yo.
Luz and Paula. ¿Ustedes trabajaron el proyecto con su compañero o su compañero no trabajó con ustedes?
Teacher, ahí ven mi pantalla.
Sí. ¿Me confirman? Luz y Paula.
Also, teacher.
What's the name of your classmate? ¿Cuál es el nombre de su compañero?
Teacher Snyder, pero no sé cuál es el apellido, la verdad.
Okay, no problem. Good. Luz and Paula. Let's start. Comiencen entonces, por favor. No están compartiendo pantalla, bueno. Okay.
Ahí, Paula.
Yes. Luz and Paula, let's start.
Good evening. We are Group C. My name is Amanda. I am 37 years old. I am Paula mom. I work as a waitress in the restaurant in downtown New York. We arrived in the city 2 years ago. In which we have found good job opportunities along with my husband Snyder. In the last month, we have been walking around Times Square and the Statue of Liberty. And sometimes we go on Sundays to eat hamburgers. We like to have breakfast, together in the morning. At night, we like to have dinner together to talk and share our experience of the day. Sometimes Snyder arrives very tired and prefer not talk and go to sleep early. Thank you. Paula, no sé si estás hablando, no te estamos escuchando.
¿Ahora sí me escuchan?
Sí.
Yes.
¿Sí me escuchan ahí?
Sí, Paula.
Yes.
Sí. Hi, I am Paula, the dogger. I am 19 years
Sorry,
old.
Paula.
Student
Paula, sorry.
business
I can see your
administration.
presentation.
I love.
Paula, sorry,
Sí,
I can see
señor.
your presentation. No puedo ver la presentación, Paula. Te escuchamos, pero no estamos viendo la presentación.
Qué pena con su merced. Deme un segundo y ya miro.
Ok.
Que no pueden ver la presentación. Ahí ya pueden visualizar la presentación.
Yes, I can see your screen. Puedo ver tu pantalla. Todavía la presentación no. Tu pantalla sí, pero la presentación. Ok. Wait a minute.
Listen to me.
Yes, I can hear you. Daughter,
Hi,
Paula.
my name is Paula, the dogger. I am 19 years old. I study business. I love moving to New York because I have so many opportunities to grow and progress. Why? I progress with my family. My dad is doing very well and loves his job as an accountant. I love the New York culture. I like Central Park because you can breathe the city. In conclusion, we have progress as my family in New York.
I couldn't see the presentation in a good way, right? No, no pude visualizar muy bien la presentación. I don't know why. But anyway, I'm going to evaluate the pronunciation because as I told you, I couldn't see the presentation, Luz and Paula. Talking about the speaking skill, you need to continue practicing. I think that this position was too short. Sometimes I couldn't understand their ideas. Some words are pronounced incorrectly, right? And well, the exposition was too short. Thank you, Luz and Paula.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, good. Let's continue. Here we have group D, A, or E.
Group E here.
Group E.
Yes.
Okay, Group E, the time is yours. Let's start.
Okay. Good evening, teacher. Good evening, everyone. My classmate is Laura Yulitza Medina, and I, Gilson Steven Espitia. At the moment, yeah, the presentation.
Okay, just Laura and Gilson, no more, right?
No, teacher, no more.
Okay, perfect. So let's start.
Can you see can you watch my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen. I'm waiting for the video, I think so.
It's a video. The first part is my classmate Laura talk, and the second part I talk.
Okay, perfect. Let's start.
¿Se escucha?
No, no, Jason.
Entonces, ¿cómo le hago aquí para...? ¿Y ahora?
No.
Ay, Mari, ¿cómo le hicieron ahorita los compañeros?
No.
Mari. A ver, un momento, por favor.
Okay.
Ya, un momento. ¿Y ahora?
Hey everyone, we
Yes.
are Group E.
Okay.
My family moved to Better City. We are the Mendoza family. We are from Bogota. A month ago, we decided to move the city of London because my mother was present with an excellent job opportunity in this beautiful city. Here is a little further that in Manhattan, I has completed in unimaginable places. Also, the city has different activities to do.
Sorry, Jason, I can't hear the video.
Ah, no, es que es por pedacitos que se grabó, entonces creo que
Okay.
se silenció un momento, pero ya lo adelanto un poquito.
During
Okay.
the week,
Sorry.
Perfect.
usually we get up at 5:30 a.m. We have breakfast together at the table. My sister and I could go out to study, and my mother could go out to the work. After 3 o'clock, we could meet for tea and also to talk about our day. At 6 p.m., we could have dinner, and at 8 p.m., we were already sleeping. Weekends.
No.
On weekends, we could go out together to walk to the city center to discover the artist markets. In addition to visit museums, we like to go to try the typical food from a place close to our house. We visit the National Gallery, Tower Bridge, and the Will London Eye viewpoint in our new city. That we enjoyed the most was the afternoon tea. Also, we did a night tour about emblematic bus to the light used with the illumination of city. However, during the week at my school, they took use to see the church ward rooms, museums, which was also an orange experience.
Okay. Uh, we wrote a letter to our friend Camila. I am writing to you from London. I have been with my family for 1 month. Can you believe it? This place is very beautiful. It has an interesting history, a climate like we saw when we were little in the movies. In the movies, and they also have those places where you can drink tea. Besides, during the past month, we were visiting emblematic places in London. Do you remember the Harry Potter movies? Here is it. Here is a tour that takes you through all the studios and places where it was recorded. It's incredible. We were also able to eat in the places where the characters drank and ate. We also visited The clock tower is huge. Um, we took we took we took many photos. Everything this moment, we have been visited different places with my family. There are many museums, many galleries, many nice restaurants that I will take you to when you come. And there are also nice boys, so we can have our summer romance. Just kidding. My parents and I are happy here, many things to see, um, many places to visit, and all thanks to my mother's work. In conclusion, everything is very beautiful, with a love of culture and many opportunities to live here fully. It it would be great if you could also live here with me and study together. Work together. Greetings to all. Thank you.
Okay. Gilson, I think that the exposition, Laura and Gilson,
Yes,
it
yes,
was
yes,
okay.
yes.
It
Yes.
was okay. I like it, the way that you present your part. Laura recorded her voice, and I think that it was okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Well, let's continue. Group A and Group E. Are you ready? I'm sorry, Group A and Group D.
Sorry, teacher. What is the our
Score?
no, recomendaciones? ¿Cómo es?
A feedback? No, I think that in general was okay.
Okay.
And as I told you, you need to continue practicing the pronunciation, but I think that in general the presentation was okay because Laura recorded a video with her voice and the pronunciation was okay. And you too, Gilson, in general was okay. The pronunciation was okay. Well, some mistakes, but in general, I think that it was a good presentation.
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Well, students, let's continue. Group A and Group D. Are you ready? Group D, Group A,
Group D, teacher.
Group D. Okay, let's start Group D. As quickly as possible, please.
Yes.
Okay, Group D. Names, please. Names. Alexandra Aroca and
Diego Peña y Milena Ruiz.
okay, Alexandra, Diego, and Milena. Let's start.
Good night, teacher.
Good evening, Diego. Good evening.
Qué pena ver mi
Let's start.
pantalla.
Yes. Bogotá versus Orlando. Yes. Let's start.
¿Puedes pasar,
Okay,
Alexa?
let's start. Milena, Diego, and Alexandra. Let's start. Comiencen, por favor.
Okay. My family. Hello, my name is John. I am 15 years old and I am from the city of Bogota, Colombia. I am currently studying and live in Orlando with my parents and my sister. My father's name is Gustavo. He is 60 years old and works as a driver. My mother's name is Miriam. She is 55 years old and works as a cook. And my sister Jenny is 40 years old and works as waitress. Next, my family routine. We moved to Orlando a few months ago. This day had been very rain, but at certain times of the days it is very hot. Our daily routine starts at 7 a.m. My mom makes breakfast for everyone. After breakfast, goes to the work. My dad drives me to school, and my mom and sister take the bus to work. In the afternoon, we'll return home at 4 in the afternoon. We usually get together to play board games and family after that. I do my homework and help my parents with dinner. At night, we had dinners together as family and watch the news of our country. Thanks.
The family diary. Last month we were in the incredible world of Walt Disney, one of the most important parks in Orlando. It is actually very big. The Kennedy Space Center, the Sea Life Aquarium are wonderful. We were also in Camila's restaurant. They have a very delicious meal. And finally we visit the Museum of Pirates. Among the activities with the last month, we're going out to see showings of our place of residence to locate ourselves better. Then we visited some theme parks since the city is very tourist. We also went out because the tour the city at night. For us as family is very important to spend time together. That is, we always try to do activities together during the week. We watch television programs, we play board games, a park of dominoes. On weekends, we like to go out to dinner, visit shopping centers, and place in this new city.
Our family is very happy to live in Orlando. It is a very beautiful city with many opportunities. Although we miss our city family and friends, we feel excited to get to know different places with a different language and cultures. It has been difficult for us to stay in this city because of the language. However, we have done our part to be able to learn in since. This will open up new opportunities for use in this new city in the school where and I go there and are many people who speak Spanish and English, and they have helped me a lot. And with them, I have been able to learn this new language so I can help and teach my parents and my sister. However, we are very excited to be in this city full of opportunities for use.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, Alexandra, Diego, and Milena. I think that in general the presentation was okay. The graphics are related to the presentation. The organization of the exposition was okay. Well, you need to continue practicing pronunciation because sometimes I couldn't understand the ideas, but I think that in general was okay. Thank you. Well, students, and to finish,
Teacher,
we have, yes, tell me.
my group A.
Group A. Okay.
Group A is Erika Tarazona, Alexandra Hakanamihoy, and Angelica Buitrago.
Okay, can you repeat again? Erika?
Tarazona,
Yes.
Angelica Buitrago, and
Okay.
Alexandra Hakanamihoy.
Okay, perfect.
Compañeras, por favor, pueden presentar.
Yes.
Okay. Let's start.
Good night, everyone. Today we want to let you know about our experience in London last month. My cousin's name is Erika Tarazona and Angelica Buitrago, who is speaking Alexandra Hakanamihoy Dower.
My name is Erika Tarazona.
Sorry, I can't hear. Okay.
For some time, we have been telling our families that we wanted to come and live in London. So, in provision for our living condition, which is the capital and the large city in England. The city preserves its medieval perimeter. It is also one of the Never Center, the commerce, art, education, entertainment, fashion, finance, media, tourism, and transportation. We arrived in this beautiful city on February. But we did not like the weather because we arrived in the cold weather of is city and we have to visit many places since we prefer to be more at home, but we will yet use it to the different climates that London has.
However, we have visited some places like the Northern Hill neighborhood, which is an area also known for the Portobello Market, its carnival, and its colorful house. Of course, we could talk about Notting Hill. We have mentioned the film starring Hugh Grant and Julia Roberts, whose title is the name of the neighborhood. This did much to promote and increase interest in the area. Something that surprised us about the East End is that the spirit being super close to the something that surprised. city and the bombastic skyscrapers, luxury and large steel and glass construction. The neighborhood remains attached to the tradition, structures, and life's lives of those who love it. They inhabit many of them immigrants with a very different cultural framework from that of the typical London.
After getting to know London a little, we managed to find a place to improve our English at the London Language Foundation, and we are very happy as they received us very well. We long for the weather to change very soon so we can visit it and get to know the beautiful beach that London has and they continue telling you how things have gone this beautiful city. We miss our families a bit, but we are very happy to be here and have the opportunity to experience a new culture. We hope you like our story in this beautiful city. Thanks.
Okay, Erika, Angelica, and Alexandra, thank you. I liked the story. It was good. The presentation was appropriate. The graphics are related to the presentation. The organization of the exposition was good, was appropriate. However, you need to continue practicing the speaking skill, okay? With some exercises, with some activities, for example, the English classes, okay? But I think that in general, it was okay, okay? Thank you. Is clear my feedback? Yes?
Okay,
Yes,
teacher,
teacher.
yes.
Thank you.
Well, perfect. Well, students, I'm sorry, the time is over, okay? The time is over. So that's all for today. Thank you for coming and see you next class, okay? Bye-bye. See you next class. Bye-bye.
Thank you, teacher.
Bye bye, teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, bye-bye. See you
Bye-bye.
next time.
Goodbye.
Bye. Bye-bye.